6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Tonight, K9 officer Tyson has been laid to rest after being honored with a full military funeral in D4. KM2 Solutions host recruitment drive to fill vacancies created by the Orange Grove Plaza expansion. And man shot in Grisly on Tuesday night succumbs at hospital.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page, and on YouTube at Caribbean Hot 7 TV News. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna, thank you so much for joining us. KM2 Solutions, one of the Caribbean's leading business process outsourcing companies, continues its rapid growth in St. Lucia with a major recruitment drive that could position the firm as the island's largest private sector employer.
KM Squared Solutions officially launched a job fair at its newest location in Orange Grove Plaza, offering a range of opportunities in the field of customer service and other service industries. Explaining the business of the company, Marvin Bartholomew, Senior Vice President, Eastern Caribbean Operations, noted that the company is proud to have a multifaceted workforce who work within various industries.
I think people have a sense that if you mention a contact center or a call center or BPO, I think people have in their mind that it's a bunch of people who are calling people up and selling products and so on, and nothing could be further from the truth. Certainly in the BPO space, there is selling as a function, but it is such a small part of what we do. We probably have less than 10 employees altogether who do anything like that. We do a lot of work in financial services. We do loan originations, and what that means is as someone has applied for a loan, there are people who are processing the paperwork related to the loan, verifying accuracy, making funding decisions, who are doing underwriting work, who are doing insurance related work. We do loan servicing, people who do customer service, people who do accounts receivables. We do work in the travel space, we do work in healthcare, we do work in insurance, we do work in a number of different industries. And what you would find is that our agents are doing highly skilled, complex work at a level that is very first world.
Bartholomew noted that the company is not only providing jobs, but also equipping employees with training and career advancement opportunities, ensuring St. Lucians can grow professionally within and out of the BPO sector.
These are people who are going through very detailed training, in some cases up to 6 weeks, before we can put them on our client systems. And you remember too, some of these clients are the world's best brands in their business, and so we will not put them to work in that space without first hiring quality people and then upskilling them, training them with the things that they need to perform at an effective level.
One of the company's newest hires, Melissa Paul, gave an insight into the hiring process and her future hopes as an employee.
The hiring process was very seamless. Like, as I'm coming from personal experience, I've never had a job before, so with this being my first job, the experience has been extremely positive. I came here for an interview. The interview process was extremely well thought out, very critical to my resume and how they referenced everything from my resume back to me. Their ability to communicate with me and ask me questions and to be able to move on and to figure out if I'm worth being a part of their company, I think was extremely good. With me being a new hire, I'm extremely happy with where I am today with KM2 Solutions. I'm extremely excited as well to continue my journey here, to build up with the environment, the company, the campaign as well. And yeah, I think the environment as well is extremely positive. My coworkers, I get along so well with everyone. The HR department especially, they're always checking on us to make sure that we're getting the information to get down with the campaign. Even with the campaign being new as well, even if you don't have much experience with whatever campaign that you do choose to get put onto, they're going to work with you. I would say that for sure. KM2 is not a place where you're going to come in and you have to figure everything out by yourself. They will have your back and sit down with you to teach you everything that you need to know.
KM Squared Solutions' presence has already contributed significantly to employment and foreign exchange earnings in St. Lucia, with plans to deepen that impact as the company scales further. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force paid its final respects to one of their bravest, Canine Constable Tyson. The beloved police dog who tragically lost its life early July 2025 under suspicious circumstances was honored in a solemn military parade and funeral service in VA4.
Take the drone. Stay there. Okay, one more for me. Yes, on me.
Reset. Fire. Unload.
And that was 3 shots for a valued member that led several successful law enforcement operations during his tenure. On September 10th, members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, with heavy hearts, bid farewell to one of their own, Canine Constable 642 Tyson, during a solemn military parade and funeral service held in his honor. Tyson, a loyal and fearless partner in the fight against crime, tragically lost his life to poisoning. Officers from across the force stood in quiet tribute, their presence a testament to the bond shared between handler and canine, officer and friend. Inspector Siobhan Matthew, head of the Guns and Narcotics Unit, led the proceedings, describing the loss as one that has shaken the entire department. As colleagues and community members gathered to say goodbye, the ceremony became more than a farewell. It was a moving reminder of Tyson's unwavering service and of the deep respect he earned in his time with the force.
Today we gather with both sadness and gratitude as we reflect on the life and service of our most loyal partner, Canine Tyson of the RSLPF. Donated to us by the French in 2024, Tyson was not with us for long, just a little below a year, but in that short time, he left a mark that will never be forgotten. Sadly, he passed away on his birthday, a reminder of how precious and fleeting life can be.
His Excellency Francis Etienne, French ambassador to St. Lucia, stated that Tyson was more than just a dog. He was man's best friend and a tribute member of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
The force comes from the energy, the courage, the determination, the devotion to duty, which is embodied in each and every of you, in him too. It's a day where we honor, and it's a day which is not without emotion, and may be sincere. It is strange for you to see Someone moved because of a dog. But as said before, it's much more than a dog.
The funeral service was held at Rambali's funeral parlor in Latonia View Fort, drawing a solemn gathering of mourners. Among those paying their respects were senior officials from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, including the Commissioner, who honored the life of an extraordinary canine. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Beeson reporting.
Ned Josiah Herman is dead following a brazen drive-by shooting in Grizzly on Tuesday evening, leaving residents in grief and renewing urgent appeals for peace.
Hours after being shot in the abdomen, Ned Josiah Herman succumbed at hospital. The incident was recorded around 6:15 p.m. near the popular Grosley Street Party area on Tuesday after assailants on motorbikes opened fire on the victim. Eyewitnesses reported that the attackers wore helmets as they unleashed several rounds before fleeing the scene. According to bystanders, Herman remained on the ground for roughly 15 minutes before being transported to the hospital via ambulance, leaving behind his mother, Marilyn Herman, who only this morning learned of her son's demise and will, come Sunday, celebrate her 66th birthday without him.
I don't know what really happened. Last night when my son come, he tell me my daughter asking the date of birth. So he didn't tell me nothing. So I wonder if it's his passport he's looking for or something, and I didn't know nothing. And this morning my daughter tell me he didn't make it on mommy. So I say, what's going on? He tell me they shot. He didn't tell me shot. He may just tell me he didn't make it. My son was never in problem with nobody, no gang. I can say that. You hear, when you sleeping, like I say, you don't know what happening at your back. But my son was never in gang. In the beach standards, that's where I was. I was a vendor for how many years? From the time I leave my school, I was a vendor. And my son, I always tell him, don't stay on the road, go and look for a job. He went to Marigo Bay Secondary School, right? And he's on Pigeon Island. He have his shares renting, and he's making his little aloe robbing the white people. That's what he was doing, and he going out and enjoy herself and come back. And my other son always talking to him, telling Ned, don't put yourself with no problem, don't look for no problem with nobody. And my son taking it hard because he was closer like that. I had 5 sons, one died in accident in the Gap Bonte, 2009. And that really disappointed me for me to hear this thing happened to my son, my last son.
Herman added her voice to the cries of countless more mothers who have lost their sons to gun violence.
I'm very disappointed for what happened, and that's what I get in for my birthday. That's not good, eh? And that violence will never stop. People can say what they want. They can take out this government, put that one. It will never stop. It's a bleeding thing going in St. Lucia there right now. Nobody cannot stop it.
Providing testimony to the words of his mother, residents maintain that Ned was a loving individual.
Like I said, I'm not putting my hand in fire for nobody. But I know my son was not in no gang. No gang. And you can go all in the street in Groseilliers, and they can never say he was in gang. Never.
It was nice. This was, he used to be a good boy. And yesterday I see they shoot him. They gave him 5 bullets.
A little quiet, little young boy. He used to sell by the beach.
Well, Ned was a fun-loving person. He wasn't the type to say like he would be in gang violence or anything like that. As you heard, all around the community, everybody have good things to say about him. The only thing I can say right now is stop the violence and the young people put down the guns.
A longtime friend, Ella Prosper, remembers the victim as a fun-loving and peaceful. She described him as a man who never looked for trouble and added her voice to a growing outcry against escalating gun crime.
I know the young man very well. What I can say about him, he's one that whenever he reaches a party, he's the life of the party, but he's also a very warm soul. He's somebody, if he has his last $5, he will give it to you. He's not a troublemaker. Oh my God. So facing that reality, it is very hard. It's a very hard pill to swallow. And I still cannot digest it to say that I believe that he is gone. But it is so sad because knowing that is one of my very close friends, and I will miss him ordering his Hennessy and his E&J. I will miss him asking if I want a drink. Sad to say, I will miss him when I used to dance. He's one of the most happiest patrons when it comes to the nightlife. And I will miss him as a true friend and somebody who's always there to stop a fight.
Authorities have launched an active investigation into the shooting, but have not yet released details on possible suspects or motives. The latest killing adds to mounting concern over gun-related crimes in St. Lucia, with community members calling for urgent action to restore safety and calm in their neighborhoods. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
Coming up next, retaining wall construction set to begin in River from Grand Riviere to Riviera-Nita, says MP Kenson Kazini. And Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire declines comment on viral video involving journalists. The details to these stories and much more when we come back.
Okay, everything ready? My BOSL Visa credit cards with my rewards? Check. My keys to my world, my car, my goals? Check. Now let's do this. This is what I call leveling up. Shopping? Earning rewards? Easy. I link my BOSL Visa credit card to my rewards and it's game on. Every tap, every purchase, points in the bag. Link your BOSL Visa credit card to my rewards and watch the points add up. With my BOSL Visa credit card, I'm not simply paying, I'm stacking up rewards, big and small. Tap, pay, earn, simple. I can even split big purchases and keep earning, no sweat. Travel's next. I turn points into miles, flights, hotels, even car rentals, even top up my miles with cash. All with my rewards, my world, my way. Getting started is easy. First, of course, make sure you have your BOSL credit cards. Then, download the My Rewards app. I shop, I live, I earn, I go further. Every tap, every transaction earns you more with My Rewards. Download the app, link your BOSL Visa credit card, and start living your best life. My Rewards, my world, my way. BOSL Visa credit cards. Spend life living.
If I would have known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would have made the moments last a little longer. 'Cause now I'm alone and you're just a memory in my mind. I would have given anything to say goodbye. My big bro, the general. 21 gun salute, I'll see you soon on the other side. If I would have known, if I would have known, I'd have broke parole and come home sooner. If I would have known.
Now you can take Hot FM, Kiss FM, and Hot 7 TV with you wherever you go. Whether you're in St. Lucia or exploring our four corners of the globe. Our record-breaking app has already been downloaded over 500,000 times on Google Play and the Apple App Store. To bring you the best in HD sound, we've relaunched a brand new app. Get it for free in the App Store by simply searching Caribbean Hot FM HD. Listen to us in real time, anywhere, any place, anytime. We've added so many cool new features, like our live in-studio option, where you can see your favorite announcers and DJs at work. So download the app today. It's free. Spread the news. St. Lucia is now in HD around the world on the Hot FM app. Don't miss out. Join the fun and stay connected.
Join us every Thursday from September 4th on Hot 7 from 9:30am to 10:30am. Don't miss this great opportunity to make life-benefiting changes to preparing meals.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Thanks for staying with us. Grizzly MP Kenson Kazemi is reassuring residents that long-awaited works along the Grand Riviere to Riviere Mita River are finally moving ahead, with construction on a critical retaining wall now set to begin. The project comes as a major step toward easing years of flooding concerns for families living in the area.
With St. Lucia deep in the hurricane season, Member of Parliament from Gruzile, Honorable Kenson Kazemi, has issued a timely update on ongoing works along the Grand Riviere to Riviere Mita River. Long plagued by severe flooding during periods of heavy rainfall, the river has been a source of concern for residents and authorities alike. Minister Kazemi confirmed that the mitigation efforts are actively underway to fortify the riverbanks and reduce the threat of future inundations.
The Grand Riviere River, the Riviere Mita River, obviously most of the names would tell you the history of the area in terms of what actually obtained. We've been liaising with the Ministry of Infrastructure for funding under retaining walls and of course the waterways interventions. We had a comprehensive, but we still have some areas that we need to desilt. We had a comprehensive program for desilting to ensure that the river continues to flow towards the sea.
According to the minister, a formal call has been received to commence construction on a critical retaining wall, a development hailed as a much-needed step forward for the safety and well-being of residents in the flood-prone communities, underscoring the urgency and importance of the project.
We've gotten a costing for that particular area in terms of a retaining wall, again in excess of $500,000 to really institute a very good program there. We're certainly hoping that the finances are made available as soon as possible, but in the meantime try our best to desilt and allow the water to flow as smoothly as possible.
The minister says a meeting with the Minister of Infrastructure has been done this week to get the official start date on the river project. For Hot 7 TV News, Desire Bisset reporting.
Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire is distancing himself from public debate over a viral video involving journalist Eldris Charles, insisting the matter is now before the police and will be resolved through legal and political channels.
Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Tourism Dr. Ernest Hilaire declined comment on a recently publicized video that showed a second interaction between himself and independent journalist Eldris Charles inside Parliament on Tuesday, August 19th. The video in question corroborated claims made by Charles that the minister placed his hand on her back and pushed her out of Parliament.
The first thing we need to ask is, and I'm sure all of you remember because all of you were there, the Prime Minister was being interviewed. So she wasn't there interviewing the Prime Minister. She didn't have a mic. She didn't have a cameraman with her, but she was inside Parliament. So why was she inside Parliament? And of course, you saw all the clippings with her moving around, and she openly saying what she was doing. So clearly she was not in Parliament innocently.
According to Dr. Hilaire, had Charles demand an apology, he would have given one.
Even if you don't believe you did something wrong, but somebody felt offended by what you said or how you acted, you apologize. And if the young lady felt offended by anything I told her, to tell her that she really should not be there because she's there just to provoke people and that she should be outside, or whether she felt offended that I tapped on her back or whatever, I would have apologized. But she didn't choose to do that. She instead made it a political issue. And first of all, she was in pursuit of political objectives. She wore a protester's shirt inside Parliament.
Given that Charles has made an official police report, Dr. Healy says the matter will be dealt in the political space as well as the legal space. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.
A rising star from the South is making international waves. Sean B stepped into the global spotlight with his first ever virtual concert streamed live on social media. While the digital stage comes with its challenges, Sean B says it is also a powerful platform that can open new doors for local talent to shine on a global scale.
So long as we rise in the morning, give thanks for this brand new day.
Derry-born reggae artist Sean Bisset, known to his fans as Sean B, has taken a bold step onto the global stage with a captivating live performance of his breakout single, Blessing.
Listen, let's go. Good evening, Brooklyn. Yeah. I'm stepping out today now alongside DJ AJ.
Streamed recently on Instagram in collaboration with Brooklyn-based DJ at DJ AJ Online, the virtual concert surpassed 20,000 views, marking Sean B's first ever live-streamed show. The performance delivered an unforgettable set that resonated with the audience both in St. Lucia and abroad.
Yeah, this is less you keep on track, because I'm destined to win right now.
For Sean B, it was not just a show, it was a career milestone, signaling even greater things to come.
Honestly, it was a magical moment. It was very powerful. Even without a crowd in the front of me, I felt connected to people worldwide. Streaming let me share my music beyond boundaries. So that was just an amazing experience.
He acknowledged that the absence of a live audience presents its fair share of challenges, from sound quality to connectivity issues. Yet, he emphasized the initiative offers an invaluable platform for artists and emerging performers to showcase their talents on a professional stage, reaching vast audiences far beyond the confines of a traditional venue.
Streaming open doors to new audiences and keeps you visible as an artist, you know. In today's world, it's a great way to connect with fans everywhere, especially with all the technology around and people everywhere in the world. So definitely, yes.
On the horizon for Sean B is releasing more music, including a new upcoming EP, and aiming for bigger stages and festivals. He says his goal is to spread love through reggae and represent St. Lucia on the global stage. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We'll be right back.
Why the membership makes us better? Cause we build a family tree, starting from the roots of the teacher, spreading into community, beyond teacher and family. Service and benefits better, range of services wider, easier to become a member. Flexible load facilities, yes, we beat them all. Highest patronage refund, we beat them all. Make the educated choice instead. St. Lucia Teachers Credit Cooperative Limited.
The Super 6 jackpot is now $250,000. You have to be in it to win it. Get your tickets today for your chance to win.
Looking for the best way to advertise? Stop searching. Hot 7 TV gives you more reach, more impact, and more value. Get your business in front of the right audience and watch your sales soar. Don't miss out. Call 452-6040 today and take advantage of our exclusive advertising packages. Hot 7 TV, smart advertising for smart businesses. The second half of Season 2 is here, and Pereira and Company is back to reignite your passion for sports. Join Reds Pereira and his all-star lineup of guests as they dive into the heart of athletic excellence, sharing untold stories, powerful journeys, and the raw drive behind every triumph. From trending sports news to unforgettable moments that put you right in the action, each episode delivers insight, energy, and emotion that redefine what sports television can be. Catch it every other Thursday on Hot 7 TV after the evening news, simulcast on Kiss FM with a Sunday rebroadcast following the church service and telebituaries, while streaming live on the Hot 7 TV Facebook page and our new YouTube channel. Don't just watch the game, feel the fire, live the thrill, and celebrate the spirit of sport with Pereira and Company.
Pereira and Company is brought to you with the kind compliments of Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited and supported by Bellevue Hotel and Scott Sports and Awards.
The third segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Caribbean Awning. Let us cover your world.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Welcome back. Amid rising rates of obesity, poor nutrition, and sedentary lifestyles, St. Lucia is serving up a new recipe for change. Titled My Plate, a Healthy Plate, a national campaign using live cooking demos and cultural cuisine turns everyday meals into a powerful weapon in the fight against non-communicable diseases.
In the fight against non-communicable diseases, St. Lucia is stepping up with a bold new campaign, one that turns our everyday meals into tools for better health. It's called My Plate, a Healthy Plate, and it's bringing nutrition, culture, and wellness right into our homes.
In an effort to further strengthen our fight against non-communicable diseases, the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs proudly launched a new national campaign to shine a light on the powerful connection between what we eat, our well-being, and how healthy we live.
The campaign comes in response to alarming findings from St. Lucia's 2019 Behavior Risk Factor Survey. Low fruit and vegetable intake, excessive alcohol use, limited physical activity, and rising obesity rates.
This campaign focuses on informing and educating the public on the nutritional, cultural, and environmental value of the food we eat, and empowering us to choose healthier, more sustainable food using live, practical demonstrations and skill-building programs.
At the heart of the initiative is a new live demonstration cooking series dubbed My Plate, a Healthy Plate. The weekly program showcases simple, practical ways to prepare wholesome meals at home, linking the food on our plates to health eating habits, everything from food proportioning to the selection of healthy ingredients.
My Plate, a Healthy Plate is a local version of the wider Caribbean Plate campaign, which was endorsed by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CAFA, in observance of Caribbean Wellness Day 2025.
But it's not just about food. The message is clear. What we eat and how we move go hand in hand. The campaign calls on individuals, families, and communities to make lasting lifestyle changes.
Lasting change starts with you. We urge individuals, families, and communities eat better, get moving, and inspire others to do the same.
My Plate, a Healthy Plate premieres every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. on Hot 7 TV and streams live on the ministry's Facebook page with replays on NTN and other platforms. St. Lucia's health leaders say this is more than a show. It's a movement toward a healthier, wealthier, and more resilient nation.
The Ministry of Equity recently welcomed Kiwanis District Governor for Eastern Canada and the Caribbean, Rose White, as part of her official visit to St. Lucia. Governor White is paying courtesy calls on key government agencies and institutions to assess how Kiwanis clubs are meeting their service delivery mandate across the island.
The Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment recently welcomed Kiwanis District Governor for Eastern Canada and the Caribbean, Pam Rodney White, as part of her official visit to St. Lucia. Governor White is paying a series of courtesy calls on key government agencies and institutions to assess how Kiwanis clubs are meeting their service delivery mandate across the island. The Eastern Canada and the Caribbean District is one of 52 districts of Kiwanis International, an organization spanning 80 countries under the motto, Serving the Children of the World. Governor White described her tenure as very rewarding, praising both the strength of the Kiwanis Club structure in St. Lucia and the robust reciprocal systems implemented by government agencies, particularly the Ministry of Equity.
Our flagship program is our service leadership program, which encompasses 5 different areas. We have K-Kids in prep school, preparatory school, Builders Club in primary school, Key Club in high school, Circle K in tertiary institution, and of course I'm not leaving out the Action Club, which is for adults with disabilities. It's the only service club for adults with disabilities worldwide.
She underscored her passion for supporting persons with disabilities and promoting inclusion. Speaking on behalf of the ministry, Deputy Director of Social Transformation Kendall Elver reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to supporting the mandate of service clubs like Kiwanis, noting strong alignment with St. Lucia's social protection priorities.
That is an area which is very dear to our mandate, more specifically the Community Development Unit. Through its social transformation officers, we work to form various NGOs, provide capacity building support to civil society organizations to ensure that these organizations have the right skill set and environment to achieve their various objectives, which is that of human and social developments.
Elver further highlighted the ministry's focus on youth involvement in community-based organizations, a theme strongly echoed by Governor White. The former Kiwanis Lieutenant Governor Peter Alexander and current Lieutenant Governor Louise Vite, who has oversight for District 27A that spans 13 clubs from Martinique, Dominica, St. Lucia and French Guiana, accompanied Governor White. The Kiwanis movement has enjoyed a strong presence in St. Lucia since 1982 with the establishment of the Kiwanis Club of Castries. Over the decades, the organization has expanded its reach through additional clubs and service initiatives, leaving a lasting legacy of volunteerism, mentorship, and community empowerment. Through its signature programs and partnerships, Kiwanis has consistently contributed to the well-being of children, families, and vulnerable communities across St. Lucia. The Ministry of Equity recognizes the valuable contributions of the Kiwanis movement and remains committed to strengthening partnerships with service clubs in advancing social protection and empowerment across St. Lucia.
The Soufriere Regional Development Foundation is turning vision into action using music as a tool to inspire, empower, and shape the next generation. Following a week-long camp, members of the SRDF Soufriere Orchestra impressed parents and supporters with their confidence and talent.
Ladies, gentlemen, good afternoon. Sitting behind me here is the Soufriere Youth Orchestra.
The Soufriere Regional Development Foundation, SRDF, successfully hosted a 5-day summer music camp for members of the Soufriere Orchestra, culminating in an intimate mini-concert for parents and supporters. After just 4 months of practice, these talented young students took the stage to showcase their musical journey. Their dedication and passion shone brightly through every note played. Orchestra tutors Cornelius Simeon and Antonius Henry explained that the discipline, confidence, and passion seen as the students prepared for the mini concert during the camp was remarkable.
I'm trying to contain my emotions here. The students have made us very proud because we started the summer workshop just for 1 week, Monday, and within the week we were able to establish the clarinet section did at least 4 nursery rhyme songs, and then we had a solo performance, saxophonist McKenna doing a wonder by Bob Marley, and there's the collective with the orchestra where they did This Old Man, which was very catchy and it had everybody singing and rocking in the seats. I think that's a sign of good things to come.
I'm very proud of the students you saw today. From when we started to students, most students when we started didn't even know about most of the instruments. Although some of them did basic music at schools, but they still, in a lot of ways, somewhat lost in what music is, what it entails.
Parents in attendance expressed overwhelming gratitude for the program and immense pride in their children's musical skill.
When I came here today and I sat and I listened, I saw the way that each and every one of them played that instrument. I was so happy because I know he did not know anything much in music. He couldn't play the instrument, and to see him playing this instrument, it was marvelous. I must say thank you so much to SRDF. Thank you.
At first, the students had no idea how to hold the instruments. And now, for them to be able to perform the way they did today was a major achievement as far as I'm concerned. Having been there, coming every Tuesday and Saturday, seeing how they've worked, I think the tutors did a wonderful job. I mean, you cannot expect more. I think the initiative in itself is one that should be replicated throughout St. Lucia.
According to the Corporate Communications and Marketing Manager at the SRDF, Ms. Lovely St. Amy, the SRDF will continue to invest in youth.
We see youth development as being central to Soufrière's future and its continued development. I think today demonstrates what is possible when talent, hard work and discipline meet with the right investment. We are so pleased to see the development of these young people. We're proud of them. We're eternally grateful to the instructors. They do what they do with passion, dedication, commitment. And we need to say a special thank you to the parents for seeing the merit in the program, ensuring that the students are here on time for rehearsals. And of course, we saw their support here today.
The showcase featured multiple performances, including a lively rendition of This Old Man by the full band, clarinet ensemble performing nursery rhymes, 2 clarinet solos, and a performance of Bob Marley's One Love on the tenor saxophone. Through initiatives like the Soufrière Orchestra, the SRDF continues to nurture young talent and create meaningful opportunities for personal growth while enriching the cultural fabric of Soufrière. For the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Stay with us, the weather report is up next.
The third segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Caribbean Awning. Let us cover your world.
At Caribbean Awning, we can protect your livelihood and assets against storms, hurricanes, and intruders with our shutters and roll-up steel doors. We firmly believe that everyone should have access to smarter, higher quality, and affordable security solutions. Caribbean Awning hurricane screens and shutters are Miami-Dade County approved to withstand storms, hurricane pressure, and winds. Our customizable estate gates, fencing, and burglar bars are an attractive and affordable security solution to safeguarding your loved ones and property. Living near sea blast, Caribbean Awning aluminum product line, railing, fencing, and gates are all manufactured from extruded aluminum, providing you with durable, rust-free protection. Our face recognition security system is a cutting-edge technological solution to improve your compound surveillance measures and gives you a peace of mind. Diamond Award-winning Caribbean Awning. Let us cover your world.
And now for the weather report.
Present weather at Urianor Airport is partly cloudy. Present weather at George F. Charles Airport is cloudy. Present temperature at Urianor Airport is 32 degrees Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind at Urianor Airport is blowing from the east at 24 miles per hour or 39 kilometers per hour. Rainfall in the 24-hour period that ended at 8 a.m. today at Urianor Airport, 3.2 millimeters. At George F. Charles Airport, 1.7 millimeters. Sunset today, 6:08 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:52 a.m. Forecast for St. Lucia valid for the next 24 hours. Winds will be blowing from between the east and east-northeast near 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour. Weather, fair to partly cloudy skies with the chance of a few brief showers. Marine forecast for the seas in a 25-mile or 40 kilometers radius from St. Lucia. Tides for Castries Harbor, high at 5:13 p.m., low at 11:49 p.m. Tides for Beaufort Bay, low at 12:17 p.m., high at 6:20 p.m. Seas, slight to moderate with waves 3 to 6 feet or 0.9 to 1.8 meters. Tropical wave outlook, the Atlantic high pressure system will generate moderate easterly winds and restrict shower activity across the Lesser Antilles during the forecast period. A tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected over the tropical Atlantic during the next 7 days.
And with that, we come to the end of the Hot 7 TV Nightly News for today, Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. Don't forget to join us tomorrow at midday for our next news media. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Daniela Edwin. Thank you for tuning in and have a good night.
And now, for our Hot 7 TV special news feature.
We are back now with our Consumer Confidential, focusing on the skills we need to stay up to date at work and how to stand out if you're looking for a new job. Here to help, of course,